In these tough economic times, it can be often difficult to remain positive. Joining us is Deepak Chopra, a preeminent teacher of spirituality and personal development. His new book is called Jesus, A Story of Enlightenment. And Deepak Chopra is with us live in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning, hi.
I want to talk about wealth and money in just a second. First, I want to talk about this book. You basically pick up the story of Jesus in an imagination of after the last scene we know of him in his youth, where he's in the temple and he says, "Am I not about my Father's business?"
Yeah,
then he disappears.
Yeah, and then you don't see him till he's baptized by John the Baptist at the age of 30. So what was he doing for those 18 years? And what I did is I looked at the historical context, the cultural context, what was happening with the Zealots, the Pharisees, the Romans, and what was happening with him during that period when he realized that he was divine. How did he get from being a man to being
the Son of God.
The Son of God.
There you go. So that's what the book is about. As we have the opportunity to have you here, one of the things we want to talk about is there is so much anxiety in the country about when is the next piece of bad news going to come? The market keeps going down. Jobs keep closing down. You like to talk about this sense, the difference between wealth and money. What's wealth?
Wealth is the progressive realization of worthy goals. Wealth is the ability to love and have compassion. Wealth is meaningful, caring relationships. Wealth is good health. But finally, wealth is to get in touch with the creative power inside you, which is also the creative power of the universe, what he calls the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
It's a state of awareness where you find in these troubling times opportunities.
Right. And in your sense, and what so many people who are fans of yours say, this is where real prosperity is if your own personal prosperity.
Yes, because money, in contrast to wealth, is spending something that you haven't earned to buy things that you don't need to impress people that you don't like. And most of it is in a casino. A $2.9 trillion circulates in the world's markets every day. 2.9, it's mind-boggling. Of that, only 2% actually provides meaningful goods and services.
Right, actual food on the table or heat or electricity.
Yeah, the rest is speculation. It's a casino.
Yeah. So how do we, as a society, a lot of people say where there's catastrophe, there's opportunity.
Right. Is
this a teaching opportunity?
I think it's a paradigm shift. We have to take a creative leap and really recognize what true wealth is. We have to create an industry which is based on peace and not on war. We have to actually provide a green economy. We have to nurture the ecosystem.
Right.
We have to build infrastructure. And if we do that, we'll provide jobs and we'll create actual wealth.
And what does the New Testament say? A rich man has as much chance getting into the kingdom of heaven as a camel getting through the eye.
But the kingdom of heaven, as he said, is inside you.
There you go. Deepak Chopra, always a pleasure. Great to see you. Thank you so much.